Ladies and gentlemen, houseplants the internet, I'm Geraldo McDeryl, and welcome once again to Prime Week. This is Prime Week 1612, also known as 2016 December. Now you know. Kicking off Prime Week is the Prime Monday vlog, where we take a look at the month before and give you an idea of what you can, probably expect in the coming weeks. Of course, looking back, gotta talk about it, the channel reboot. I had a lot of plans, I had a lot of ideas, and there was so much content that I wanted to get out there and to share with you guys, but well, clearly things were a bit rough. I mean, there are all kinds of reasons for that, ranging anywhere from personal struggles to political. But overall, the main reason is I didn't put my best foot forward. I didn't give it my 100% effort, and because of that, I put out subpar content like the Sunless Sea first look. I came at that in a direction that didn't make sense, and I feel like if I had done my best, it would have been a much better video. But again, I have only myself to blame in the end. But of course, we are moving forward. I am moving forward and learning from my mistakes. Of course, in the middle of the reboot, YouTube had a change. I had been planning on using annotations for buttons, for playlists, things like that, but it seemed like YouTube had a different idea. They came out with something called the end screen, where the annotations were no longer supported on mobile devices, but in place of that they had this end screen where there would be potential links to content in the final 20 seconds of video. That gave me something to work on in the middle of playing catch up. I had to take out the buttons from my frames, and in doing so I realized just how much space those buttons were taking up. Like, dear goodness. So of course I had to redesign all my frames. It's adapting to industry changes. It's what you gotta deal with. But of course, you probably notice the new frame. If you've watched my previous videos, the new frame. I don't have the webcam window up in the top left corner for this particular video, for obvious reasons. I'm right here. However, the game window is much larger. It goes, all the way up to the top of the screen, and only stops for the name bar, with that little space in the middle for adding something like text during editing, like this or this. Yeah. Darn. But anyway, so I'm certainly happy with the new design. It makes much better use of the screen. I hope you all enjoy the new design as well. Of course, kind of brings us to the next section, which is looking ahead. And what better subject to start with than Prime Week? Of course, today is Prime Monday. Tomorrow being Prime Tuesday. Prime Tuesday is always going to be a horror video of some sort, and this Prime Tuesday just happens to be Outlast, in anticipation for Outlast 2's release at some point next year. Now for Prime Wednesday, I've got a first look at a game called Neon Chrome. It's a nifty little indie twin-stick shooter set in a cyberpunk setting. Looks really cool. Definitely be on the lookout for that. And of course, let's not forget regular content does continue through Prime Week. So Tuesday, you will definitely see an episode of Bastion. On Thursday, you will definitely see another episode of Half-Life. This week's standalone content for Wednesday is going to be a game called Ubermosh. It's another indie arcade, kind of shooting kind of thing. Different take on it. Also in the cyberpunk setting. Prime Thursday, the Prime Thursday review, and Prime Friday with friends may or may not have something to do with Elder Scrolls Online. Can't really say too much about it. Still being worked on. I'm working diligently, making this content happen. But be on the lookout for it. And of course, as I mentioned before, binge week. I'm actually forgetting if I mentioned it in the looking back part. I am tired. Last month there was supposed to be an event called Binge Week. It starts at the last Monday of the month. It goes on for 5 straight days, bringing you content of any sort centered around one specific game for all 5 days. You may or may not have noticed it didn't happen last month. That's because I was playing catch up for everything else. However, it has not been canceled. It is not going away. It has simply been rescheduled to the end of this month. So at the end of December, from 26th to the 30th, I am absolutely going to be working very hard at bringing this content to you, because you deserve my best. And of course, once again, I have to apologize for not bringing you my best in the first place, but apologies only go so far. I need to prove it with action. But of course, that should about do it for today's vlog. Pretty sure I covered everything. And now you get to take a look at that end screen I was just talking about. Jazz hands! Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. Also, in case you missed it, go ahead and check out my previous video, or take a look at what the XRP crew has to offer. As always, keep yourselves hydrated, get plenty of sunlight, my glorious houseplants. I'm Geraldo, signing out.
Love, the electrifying